Hello, welcome to today's practice. So we'll be moving through a little bit of a warm-up and then work on Moon Salutations. This is a great way to get that energy flowing, whether you've just woken up or you've been sitting down all day. We'll warm up, stretch into the shoulders, and then get flowing. So go ahead and begin in Child's Pose. You might choose to bring the knees out wide or keep them closer together. Find what feels best in your body. And start to lower the chest down towards the mat. You can extend the arms forward long in front of you or relax them along the sides of the body. As always, you can support the head either by stacking the hands or maybe with a block or a cushion. Start to feel that nice stretch across the back body, maybe even down into the hips. You could wiggle the hips side to settle in. And begin to direct your attention to your breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Arriving in the now, allowing this breath to bring you to this present moment, the only place where life exists. Recognize this as a time to check in with how you're feeling. Simply observing without judgment. You might use this information to begin to set an intention for your practice. Ask yourself what it is you are seeking. Check in with how you're feeling now and think about how it is you would like to feel. Take just a few more nice deep breaths here and lengthen out those exhales to match the length of the inhales. Let's reach those arms forward if they aren't already there. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Feel that stretch through the arms, through the shoulders. And then lift yourself up to tabletop pose. Align the knees so that they're below the hips and place the hands below the shoulders. Inhale, lower the belly, tilt the tailbone up. Press your chest forward. On your exhale, round through your back. Press your mat away from you. 2 more times. Inhale, lower the belly, shoulders back. Maybe you gaze up. And exhale, round, chin tucks in towards the chest. 1 more time, bringing movement into the spine. Exhaling, completely sending the back up towards the ceiling. And arriving to a nice flat back. Extending that right leg back behind you, flex the right foot, then swing that right foot out to the side. Place it down on the floor about in line with that left knee. Left hand directly below the shoulder, then reach that right arm up. Turn your chest towards the right. Right fingertips can stay reaching up towards the ceiling, pressing those shoulder blades back and towards each other. Maybe you bend into that top arm, allowing the elbow to come back, deepening the stretch across the chest and into that right shoulder. If you've bent into that right arm, reach up. Everyone inhale here and exhale, right hand down to the mat. Actually, we'll cross that right arm behind the left. Press the back of that right hand down just to the edge of the mat, or maybe you're over onto the floor. Getting another nice stretch into the upper back, into that right shoulder. Releasing. Lift the weight out of that right foot. Extend that right leg back. Then cross the right leg over the left. Bring those right toes over onto the floor to the left edge of the mat. Look over your left shoulder. Pressing that right heel over to the left. And back to center. Allow that right knee to come down beside the left. Maybe take a moment, rock the hip side to side. Then find the second side. Extend that left leg back. Inhale here. And exhale, swing that left foot out to the side, placing it down on the floor, about in line with that right knee. Right hand directly below the right shoulder. Reach that left arm up. Turn your chest to the left. Press your shoulder blades towards each other. Nice full breaths. Maybe you bend into that top arm. Reaching up if you've bent into the arm, and exhale down. Cross that left arm behind the right. Bring the back of the left hand down onto the floor of the mat, just until you feel that stretch through that left shoulder. And releasing, left hand comes down to the mat. Lift the weight out of the left foot. Cross that left leg over the right. Move up a bit here, get out of the way of my meditation cushion. And press that left heel over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Releasing back to center. From here, we'll find downward facing dog. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Walk the hands forward slightly. Middle fingers pointing directly to the top of the mat. Press into all 10 fingers. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Send those hips up nice and high. You can bring movement into the down dog here. Pedal out the feet. Bend into one knee at a time. Maybe rock your hips side to side. Feel that stretch through the sides of your body. You could slowly rock the head side to side. Shake it yes and no, or make circles. And now start to walk or step the feet forward to the top of your mat, finding your way to forward fold. Feel that stretch down the backs of the legs, heavy through the torso, hanging. Breathing fully here. With your next inhale, super slowly rise to standing, allowing the head to come up last. Roll your shoulders back and down, and allow your arms to relax down by your sides. Feel the crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling, feet rooted down into the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, bring your palms to touch, and exhale, lean over to the right. Feel that stretch down the left side of your body. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, second side, shifting the hips over to the right as you lean to the left. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, hands in front of the heart. We'll step the left foot back and turn to the long edge of the mat, bringing the heels in and allowing the toes to point out. Reach the arms up into star, straight legs, straight arms, spread the fingers wide. Inhale here and exhale, bend into the knees, sink the hips, bend into the arms. Press those shoulder blades back and towards each other. Feel open across your chest, strong through those arms. sinking through the hips, trying to stack the knees over the ankles. Inhale here, and exhale, reach the arms out wide into T. Bring your left toes to point to the long edge of your mat and turn your right foot to face the top of your mat. Bend into the front knee. Find that warrior two stance. Look over those front fingers. And inhale, reach those arms up, straighten that front leg and turn that right foot to be parallel with the left. You might interlace your fingers here, release index fingers and thumbs, reaching, reaching, reaching up through those arms. Biceps, hug the ears. And switching sides, turn those left toes to the back of the mat, bend into that front knee, reach those arms out wide. Warrior two. Reaching those arms up, straighten that left leg, turn the left foot parallel to the right, and then bring those heels in, toes point out, bend into the arms, sink the hips. Goddess pose. And inhale, straight legs, reach the arms out wide. Turn your left toes towards the back of your mat and step your right foot beside the left. Bring your hands to heart center, maybe facing the back of your mat now. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, hands in front of your heart. Take a step back with your right foot now and lower the back knee. Hands can be down on the mat to find your balance. Sink those hips forward and down, and maybe you reach the arms up. You could look up here. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, bring those hands down to the inside of that left foot. Lift that back knee and walk those hands along the long edge of your mat. Turn the heels in, point the toes out, sink the hips, lift the torso, reach the arms out wide, cactus arms or goalpost, spread the fingers wide. Use your breath here, sinking the hips. Then inhale to straight legs, reach the arms out wide. Turn those left toes to point to the long edge of the mat and turn your right foot forward to the top of the mat. Reach your arms up as you roll onto the ball of that back foot and lower that back knee. Reach your arms up in this low lunge. Maybe you look up here. Lowering those hands to the inside of that right foot. Lift that back knee and walk your hands along the long edge of your mat. This time keep the feet parallel to each other. Bring a little bend into the knees and inhale all the way to stand. Reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Allow the index fingers and thumbs to release. Reaching, 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 strong through the arms. Now turn those left toes to the back of the mat, keeping both legs straight. Front heel aligns with the center of the back foot. Reach the arms out wide. Hinge, reaching towards the back of the mat with those left fingers. And allow that left hand to come down maybe to the shin, to a block, or fingertips to the mat. Reach your right arm up. Start to bend into that left knee. Roll onto the ball of that back foot. Lower the back knee down and inhale, reach up. Next, exhale, lower the hands down to the inside of that left foot. Lift that back knee and walk yourself back to center. Feet parallel, strong through the legs. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers, reaching up strong through the arms. Then turn those right toes to face the top of the mat. Both legs nice and straight. Reach out into T. Look over those front fingers, right fingers. Reach forward to the top of your mat and settle into triangle pose, second side. Keep that opening across the chest. Maybe you look up, challenging your balance. Then start to bring a bend into that front knee. Roll onto the ball of the back foot, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Next, exhale, hands float down to the mat. Lift that back knee, walk the hands along the long edge of the mat. Heels turn in, toes point out, sink the hips, lift the torso. Reach the arms out into goalpost arms. Spread the fingers. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, release index fingers and thumbs. Bring those right toes to point to the long edge of your mat. Turn your left toes to the back of the mat. Straighten the legs. Reach the arms out. Reach as far as you can with those left fingertips. Triangle pose once again. Feel the shoulder blades pressing back. With an exhale, bend into that front knee, roll onto the ball of the back foot, lower the back knee into that low lunge, reach the arms up, inhale. And right away, exhale, hands down to the mat, adding on here. We'll bring that back foot in closer, both feet flat on the mat, all toes pointing to the back of the mat, legs nice and straight. You can stay folded over this left leg, or you can bring the hands to the hips and work on a flat back. Your hands can be reaching for blocks or for the mat. Settle in, find that stretch down the back of the left leg and breathe. Bring a bend back into that left knee. Bring the weight into that left foot and reach that right leg up and back. Bring the hands to heart center or to the hips. Find your balance here, torso and extended leg parallel to the floor. Little bend into that left knee. Allow the right foot to come down beside the left. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Giant step back with that right foot. Turn all toes to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms touch, interlace the fingers. Reaching those arms up strong. Turn those right toes to the top of the mat. Straighten the legs. Reach the arms out into T. Reach forward as far as you can through those right fingertips. Then come down to triangle pose. Start to bend into that front knee as you lower that left hand down, roll onto the ball of the back foot, lower the back knee. One full breath here, inhale up. And right away, exhale, frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, bring that back foot in closer so that you can straighten both legs. All toes pointing to the top of the mat, folding over that right leg. Start to bring a bend into that front knee. Lift that left leg up and back. Bring the hands to heart center or to the hips. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward as that left heel reaches back. A little bend into that right knee. Step the left foot down beside the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Giant step back with that left foot. Turn all toes to face the long edge of the mat. Heels turn in, toes point out. Inhale one more time. Reach those arms up into star. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink the hips. Bend into the arms, open across the chest. And we'll stay for a few more breaths. You can stay exactly as you are. You could even lift and lower. Or you can lift one heel at a time. Or maybe lift both heels at once. Notice that breath moving through you. If you've lifted the heels, go ahead and lower them. Lift all the way to star, reach up. Exhale your hands in front of your heart. Heel toe your feet in a little bit closer, but still keeping a wide stance. Toes pointing out. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink the hips low. Again, you can lift and lower a few times, adjust your stance, coming into Malasana or yoga squat. You can have your hands down on the mat or the floor, or you can bring your elbows to press into the insides of the knees, bringing your hands to heart center. You could be sitting on stacked blocks here. To make your way out of this pose, you might choose to come back up to standing. It doesn't have to be graceful. We'll make our way to seated. You can go ahead and just guide yourself back if you'd like. Fall back. And bring the soles of the feet onto the floor of the mat in front of you. And windshield wiper the legs side to side. Come back to center, find a comfortable seat. This is where you might choose to sit on a cushion or a block or a folded blanket. We'll end our practice with just a short meditation. So get as comfortable as you can sitting up with a nice tall spine. Keep a bend in the arms. Allow the hands to rest where they're comfortable, where it feels most natural. Soften soften your gaze or close your eyes. Continue to feel the length of your spine rooted down through your sits bones, heavy through the legs, through the feet. With every inhale, feel the length of your torso, lifting tall, the length of your neck, keeping your chin about parallel to the floor, top of the head reaching up to the sky. Feeling those shoulders relax back and down, soft through the arms. Notice if your hands are resting on the legs, the knees, the palms are turned down for a better sense of grounding and connection, or if the palms are turned up for a sense of welcoming and receiving. Tune back into your breath here. Remind yourself of that intention you set at the beginning of this practice. Check in with how you're feeling now. And whether or not this practice brought you a bit of what it was you were seeking, continue to ask yourself what it is you can do for the rest of the day, evening, following days, weeks, to move further towards that feeling, that goal, that intention. How might you carry this intention with you off of your mat and into your daily life? I'll invite you now to bring your hands to heart center. Feel that connection between the palms of the hands. Maybe you notice a bit of heat. Gently bow your head. Thank you for dedicating this time to you, for joining me and allowing me to be your guide. The divine in me humbly honors the divine in you. Namaste.